This is Bandit. This week was pretty cool. I look like I rolled in the mud. I promise I didn't. Did a lot of work with the new Mustang and learned a lot. Bandit and I have built a pretty cool toolbox of a lot of new things that we've learned through the week, and we did a lot of firsts, like moving the loose horses in the arena, doing rope work, working with a flag on horseback, just all kinds of stuff. And it's really cool because Bandit's like right there with me. And I know I pushed her really hard a couple of times and she stayed with me. She never once was like, I'm out. And it's just really cool to have that, foundation with this program and how it's all set up that I can continue to do that. And also, help another colt, which, for me personally, it was really cool because, it was Rooster and, we got him when he was first wild and trained him and stuff. So to be a part of that was really, really cool. Yeah, I just really appreciate being a part of this, even though I didn't really have a colt. But I learned a lot of what to do and how to be there for the other riders and stuff. So.
What's the difference a little bit in maybe your perspective trying to do the same things that you do on the ground but under saddle, and like how it relates to how you were riding versus now? And like, can you talk a little bit about that experience, like how maybe your expectations have changed or some things you noticed that were harder or easier?
I think if you get worried or in your head about something, then you make it more complicated than it really needs to be. And if you just trust the process and trust that, the groundwork that you have on your horse, that it will be there. And like yesterday when we were doing the rope work with the new Mustang, Bandit kept walking up, and it was like in the heat of the moment, I could like, hey, you really need to move your hip over and not, try to bend in half. And it was like trying to keep track of everything of what was going on. It was kind of chaotic, but, knowing that you can do that from the ground of, hey, you need to move your hip, and then doing it under saddle, it's like you're pushing, that hip over. And then when they lock up, it's like, we got to move because we've got this, wild thing running around.